All of a sudden, Sports Guru channel. I'm your host, Sports Guru. I had some technical difficulties with Madden, so I decided let's do a little bit of everybody's stuff.
People that are trying to just have a good time and hang out with their friends.
They're trying to support your business by not paying you for your product.
No, I just want to define it as stealing. I neither want to prosecute nor persecute
Feels like you do.
The thief.
Sometimes stealing is smart, Dan.
Put it on the poll, please, at Levitard Show. Is stealing sometimes smart? And also, is watching a pay-per-view fight without paying for it stealing?
But it's just listen.
Also stealing.
But you're not viewing. Pay-per-view.
You're
not paying to listen.
These are copyrighted things. People pay for the exclusive rights. F1 is very vigilant about this. When you pay for the exclusive rights, you're paying to have exclusivity, not to have someone not pay for what.
Yeah, but they don't do pay-per-view. You
I'd
can
like
watch
to
it
pay
on
someone to
whatever.
never hear about F1 again.
I second that. It's a pretty big motorsports weekend, Monaco.
It's a giant one, isn't it?
This is the biggest one of all time.
Oh, come on.
It's the biggest one of all time.
They said that last time.
Get out of here.
No. This is the biggest one of all time.
Like
Look,
That's not true.
I'm not a Formula One guy. I'm not. But it is Monaco, and while the race isn't of a certain quality, I have seen a few Monacos in my day. It's not a great race, but it is the prestigious race in Formula One. And here in the United States, I grew up in a time where the Indianapolis 500 meant something. It made stars out of guys like Tony Kanaan and Helio Castroneves. So it meant something. Like, you would go on late night with Letterman if you won the Indianapolis 500.
No, he's right.
Help me out, guys.
Rick Mears, yes, he's right.
Legacy Media over here.
Yes.
Help me out here.
No, you're right.
Kanaan.
It didn't matter how little you. When I was a kid, I thought that there was just that they call it IndyCar. I thought it just had one race its season, that everybody worked to this one race. And when you consider the qualifying process, it seems like it's taken a month all at that track. It's a really big deal. Like I said, the entire sport is named after the Indy 500, and I actually have a tether because I never watch IndyCar, but I've gotten into NASCAR. With Kyle Larson qualifying inside the top 5, unbelievable. He's aiming to be the only person outside of Tony Stewart to ever lead a lap at both the Indianapolis 500 and then the NASCAR race that follows. This year it's the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte. Only one person in human history has ever led a lap in both races on the same day. Not many people. I don't think a lot of people. I think one other person other than Tony Stewart did it. In fact, just finishing both races in the same day is a monumental achievement. So I'm going to be watching the Indianapolis 500 only because of Kyle Larson and his pursuit of this unreal achievement in motorsports. And then the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte, God's country. That is NASCAR country. I'm locked into that as always.
Tony, Mike is right. There was a time where the Indy 500 winner, if Gordon Johncock won the Indy 500, he would make the late night circuit.
You drink milk or something, right? And then you go
You got to go around 500 times.
Common misconception, it's 500 miles is the race. It's actually
like
only 200 laps.
200 laps. F1 is 57 laps. Child's play. Honestly, a mockery of racing, but that's neither here nor there.
Well,
Did you see who's in the pace car for the Indy 500? Another tether for you?
Who?
Ken Griffey Jr. from your
Oh,
M's.
my M's.
Yeah.
My M's red hot, by the way.
Are
A
they?
huge comeback win at Yankee Stadium. We don't have to talk
I'm with
about
you.
it. But the Indianapolis 500, like I mentioned,
Let's go.
used to mean
Let's go.
something. And this is the first time I've watched it in several years. It's just because a NASCAR driver's in it. By the way, suspensions and fines levied against Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I saw another angle of that fight, and Ricky Stenhouse is literally screaming, "Dad! Dad!" as his dad gets punched in the face by Kyle Busch. And then Ricky Stenhouse goes to Kyle Busch and says, "I'm going to wreck you in Charlotte."
Is that the crazy Bush?
No, well, if
Trick
you look
question, they're both crazy.
they're both. Especially if you dig into what happened to Kurt Busch.
I'm going to wreck you in Charlotte is quite the thing.
It's like Talladega Nights. That's something Will Ferrell would
I'm
say.
going to wreck you in Charlotte. And then what Kyle Busch says is, "Bring it. I suck as much as you. This season's a waste."
Let's get the video up here, Stugotz, quickly for Celtics fans. Nice game early so that I can revisit Stugotz's Ray Allen. Stugotz left the arena to beat the traffic. Game 6. Ray Allen makes one of the most historic shots ever. Stugotz hears the vibrating arena. tries to get back in, but evidently, I don't know if there's a rule everywhere. In Miami, once you've left the arena, you cannot get back in. They will not allow you in, even if you have a ticket.
That's all arenas.
Yeah,
I didn't try to get back in. I knew I was not getting back in. Everyone else tried to get back in, and as they were running past me, I told them, "You're not getting back in." Like,
I feel like in retrospect, you have no regrets because you definitely beat traffic, which was your objective that day.
Yeah, but I missed one of the great shots of all time. Like, I missed that moment. Yeah, I was fine. No,
But had the
totally
Heat
fine.
lost 7, it would have been on Taylor's
I was
list.
sleeping by
maybe.
10:45. That was good.
You guys have to understand that when he's talking about it, he'll tell people he was there anyway. So he
He
gets
was there.
He gets
You're the only guys that know. I
He
mean-
wasn't there for the show. He wasn't, and he didn't. He had to. He heard the noise and then was confused. I wish there was more video of that. I mean, he started trying to waddle to his car quicker than everybody, and then wondering where everybody is because he's the only one waddling to his car.
I thought of another all-time.
Are
moment.
you fucking serious?
Many said it was impossible when the Intimidator broke his collarbone to win the pole at Watkins Glen. He won that pole and win the race, but he won the pole with a broken collarbone. Raise hell. Praise Dale.
Billy, you said you didn't want to hear any more about racing.
F1.
Don Lebetard.
Let me get some golf.
Yeah.
Stugatz.
Oh well.
You show
Stugatz.
Xander, there's nothing. You
Hold
look like
It's
a
a
champion. You look like you have the smile of a champion. You look like a winner. He is 30 years old. He's a bona fide
Great
star on
shot.
PGA Tour. After making the final group
Water.
on Sunday 4 times this season, finally won his first major PGA Tour this
You're
Sunday,
fucking
and
serious.
It's his first win since 2022.
It was such a feel-good win for people who love golf and love Xander because he has been so close so many times, Dan. He's been in 28 majors, finishing the top 25, I think 21 times.
But
So-
right now, he's struggling with something in his teeth, and I don't know what it is. What is happening? Why are you struggling so much with what's happening with your mouth
Is
right
it
now?
in
You've got to be fucking serious, Dan.
It's a dangerous bagel to have.
Those are tough.
It is.
Hold
Those
on.
are tough.
Before an interview.
A lot of seeds. There's a lot. Put it on the poll. Is the everything bagel tough right before an interview?
You going chive cream cheese plain? What are we doing here?
It's actually a little like breakfast bagel, so for like, I
It's
guess
good,
all
though.
late-
I
late
like-
for breakfast.
I
No,
like
it's not. It was nice. It was nice, but you know, tough time though. Yeah, Agent texted me. He's like, "You got to get on," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Let me."
Well,
You're fine. Don't worry about
welcome.
it. You're
What-
great.
But what
I
is
like the trophy
No,
casually being
no,
over your shoulder.
So
Nice
great.
touch.
Yes.
what is the greatest of the bagels? Go ahead and make the perfect bagel for us.
Oh, everything bagel toasted. I kind of like a little bit more of a toast as well. I like a little bit of
Double
crunch.
toasted,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah, well done.
double toast for sure, and then just some cream cheese. I keep it simple. It's really nice.
Nothing else. You don't want lost. You don't want anything. Just cream cheese, a preferred smear of any kind. Like, do you have a brand that you endorse?
No, not really.
That includes that particular cul-de-sac where the interview questions end there. I want to ask you, though, about the bad parenting in your life that involves you getting cigars at 10 years old. Like, that doesn't seem, that seems like something that everyone in your family should be against.
But, my dad's half French, half German. My mom's Taiwanese, grew up in Japan. We're a pretty, we have a worldly background, so I don't know where it started, but I was around cigar smoke for quite some time.
Well, I thought it was 10 years old, which sounds too early to me.
Wow! I've never done that before.
I was getting secondhand high.
When did you start smoking cigars, and what is your expertise in this area?
I'm a rookie. I mean, I'll smoke them with pretty much anyone, but usually celebratory is the reason.
Bullshit, because Charles Age and Justin figured out too smart for not being in the
Yeah, I think the
politics,
first cigar I
bro.
ever tried was probably when I was 12 or 13.
Not 10 at least.
Yeah, that's still pretty early.
Nice shot.
It's a touch. It wasn't
On you.
Inhale.
What can you tell us?
Dude, y'all were down 10. Y'all came back to win the game.
When you have when you have so much different culture in your upbringing, what would you identify as some of the things most responsible for forming it?
Nope.
Cool.
Good question. I'd say
Good work.
I took my time with this.
It was an unorthodox approach to just about everything. The way we, you know, like we would sit and talk about what happened. It wouldn't be like, go to your room, you're grounded. Like, I've never been grounded in my entire life, so all these, like, it was like a lot of conversation. We talked through a lot of the problems. Like, my dad, my mom, they always wanted me to understand what was going on, why I was in trouble, if I was ever in trouble. I mean, like, it felt like I could do pretty much anything as a kid compared to a lot of my other friends, but you know, I always think back to, like, when I was a kid, like, why didn't I do more dumb stuff? Like, if my parents didn't really mind. And so they also had
Just useless are basically cheese, burgers with cheese inside of them.
International background just brought a lot of culture, a lot of food, and a lot of family into it.
And then that.
Which would you say was the greatest? Like, what's the one that pushed you forward the most?
Yeah,
it's a mix. I mean, Asian culture is super family oriented. German, the Germans and the Japanese, you know, historically have gotten along in the past. They instill a lot of discipline, a lot of perfection, a lot of work ethic. And the French kind of aspect. You know, my dad's half French, and you know, he tries to explain how they live their lives. They try to enjoy how they live. You know, savoir vivre, whatever it means. You would always say that as a kid when you're growing up, like a certain way, and to enjoy everything. So you take your time when you eat dinner. You take your time when you're with your friends. You're never really in too much of a rush. So there's a lot of clash with the cultures, but it's just like a melting pot of a lot of it.
Where'd the discipline come from, though? Because it's such a lonely sport. It requires such perfection. Where does that come from?
Yeah, definitely, you know, the Asian in me, you know, and the German for sure. Just the German drill sergeant, from my dad's perspective, was just always just holding me accountable. You know, we'd have conversations about what I was doing, go about my work, and it didn't take a whole lot. Once I, came out with what I was trying to do myself, and I verbalized it, my dad would hold me to my words often, and it didn't take a lot for him to push me, because I said it all, and it's things that I wanted, so he just held me to a high standard.
Give me the most extreme example you can think of from your childhood of trying to meet the expectations around that kind of thing.
He didn't really push. When I sat down, I mean, I was just like any kid. I wanted to hang out with my friends. I wanted to go to the mall after school. I wanted to do all those small things. But, my dad told me, if you want to be great at anything, you have to put a ton of hours into it, and you're young, so you can get a nice head start. And so he's like, I will help you if you are committed, and I will love you if you're not committed, but this is a choice you need to make right now, and it's a hard choice because you're a kid.
Wow.
And so I just remember those times, where school would end, and I would try to hitch a ride from my buddies, because I was pretty young when I was, I was like 13 when I got to high school. I was just trying to get myself to the golf course, and
dude, when I was 13, I was still in middle school.
It was like, about 3 p.m. And, I'd be at home. My dad would come home from work. He'd be like, did you practice?
Oh, great.
And I would look at him, like every and he didn't really have to say anything else. And I just felt this, like, overwhelming guilt in my body, because I told him that I was committed, and I told him that I wanted this. And I was letting him down, and I was letting myself down. I don't know how he did it, but he played some nice mind games with me when I was a kid.
Like a golfer, let alone one that's barreling down on the precipice of winning a championship like you just did. And typically, people that cruise to a title, they have a charmed existence, and I don't know what your mindset is, but you had to play really good golf to win this one. Facing the best golfers in the world on an absolute heater, in form to win a title. Are you paying attention to what other players are doing on the course, knowing that you have to lock in that much more?
Bad.
Or are you just tuning in out and trying to play your game?
Well, I mean, both. There's these leaderboards that are like 30 by 30. You know, they're massive. You just see them everywhere. So I look at it, I recognize it, I embrace it, and then I just have to lock in. I got to realize, you know, why am I in this position? Because I've been staying in my lane, because I've been doing all these things the way I do them. And so it's easy to get, you know, lost in the sauce, like looking too far ahead, and you just look at the board, you accept it, you embrace it, and then you just get to work. You know exactly what you have to do to win a tournament, and hard part's doing it, obviously, but you know, just locking in after every shot. You know, it's like a weird 3 hours of your life, because it's going really fast, but it's also so slow at the same time. It's strange. It's hard to explain.
Xander, we have video here of the second shot on 18. You have 2 feet in the sand. The ball's above your legs. I tell the guys, and I told them yesterday, that's one of the greatest shots in golf history that no one will ever talk about. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, it's nerve. I mean, it's nerve.
Like a couple of bogeys, personally, it's hard.
Everywhere on a property you can possibly imagine. So I've had a shot like that before, and I wasn't too nervous about it. And like you said, I knew I had to make a birdie. And
give it a good attempt.
You have to go for it. So I knew chipping out, you know, and trying to hit an iron up on that ridge wasn't going to get me a birdie. And he's punching it up there was going to give me the best chance and opportunity to win this golf tournament.
How many beers have you consumed out of that trophy behind you?
You know, we started with some champagne. You know, we're in Kentucky, so there was whiskey.
You bitch. Do that shit on purpose. I barely even put 40% power. Some bullshit, bro.
I'm get back to San Diego. That's where Austin's from, and a lot of my, you know, that's where I grew up. So I'm sure. And then my parents are on a whole nother level. There's a good chance my parents actually drink more out of this than I do.
I have so many questions, but we have limited time with you. Who are some of the coolest people you've heard from over the last couple of days that you find moving?
You know, Tiger's reached out.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
A lot of guys on tour have reached out.
You
know, MJ texted me. I got to know him a little bit better at joining the It's been, you know, it's been an awesome. It's cool to have, you know, other sporting figures to reach out to me.
What did you say, MJ?
Amazing.
Yes, but he's got it's a good list. I want to kind of go through his texts here, but who hasn't reached out that should have?
No.
My dad.
Watch that power game.
Who's the person? Come on.
I mean, I am. Yeah, my phone. I thought my phone was going to explode, so I'm still like, I'm constantly just trying to get back. Everyone's been so supportive. I'm just trying to get back to everyone individually. I thought my phone was really going to overheat at some point.
That basically was like that about him.
Because you're getting so many. It's kind of like when you get birthday messages. Like, are you just saying thanks, bro? Like, what's your go-to response to all the congratulations you're getting?
I'm not a copy and paster, so I mean, I'll read what they wrote, and you know, I'll try to respond accordingly.
Little salute emoji. Salute.
Just a heart. You just heart it and move on.
No, yeah, that's like a nice thing that, you know, the iPhone did.
Ball game. No, it's literally impossible for me to fuck right now.
You hear from Scotty, or his hands tied?
That's a good joke.
Amazing.
Oh man. No, yeah, Scotty and Meredith, they're awesome. Meredith reached out.
When that's going down, are you like, oh, this field just opened up?
Yeah, it's the #1 golfer in the world. He's been
66 after he got out of prison.
He's my friend, but it's an advantage to have him in jail, not
does break up the groove.
There's only a few ways to keep it out.
What's the best of the group chat? Because I've been told by sources that the group chat that you have changed the group chat to include Scheffler's mugshot.
There was someone else on our table that did that.
All right, let's do it.
It was the day after. We didn't needle Scotty. He picked it like a champ. So our little group chat for our physics Scotty. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a prank. I mean, I woke up. I can't remember what time, 7:45 or 8 o'clock or something. I was trying to sleep in, and my wife has media on her phone. I don't have anything on my phone, so she like showed me. She's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It must be a prank or something." And then we turned the TV on, and he's just plastered all over ESPN. So that's kind of interesting. And then news started coming out, but he's I don't know if you guys know him at all or have ever talked to him. He's a concrete dude. He's solid. So I know him pretty well now, and I've competed against him, and he there's no way he would ever do anything to harm anyone except a competitor in golf ball. So.
All well and fine, but what was the funniest thing?
Answer
that. You saw him get to the club, and you're like, what happened to due process?
I just want to know what the funniest stuff was with
that holding so quick.
The funny stuff with Scotty being in prison?
Jail, not prison.
Yeah.
Jail.
There's no difference. Prison and jail is the same thing.
No, I mean, I think the funniest thing I was like, I don't know how people in Kentucky had like a screen printer, but they had like mugshot shirts like an hour and a half after he was released. Like walking around property, and like kids are wearing a free Scotty shirt. I'm like, people are incredible these days. I don't know how they do it.
Yes or no question. We will let the champion go on this one. Yes or no, you will at one point wear one of those T-shirts in front of him.
I would 100% wear it in front of him.
Okay, let's make sure he gets one, please. Xander, thank you for being on with us. We appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thanks, boys.
Since the dawn of mankind, we've cooked our food over an open flame and debated the best way to grill. One thing not up for debate, grilling and beer always go together. And not just any beer will do. Whether you barbecue Texas style or celebrate Wednesday with burgers and dogs, you need a beer that tastes great and is less filling, so you have more room for food. 96 calories per 12 ounces.
Hold on. It's a par 5. Shot successful. Good shot.
I should have turned it the other direction.
You're on the back and reach.
All right.
That is actually
These are 45 ounces, 64,000.
You're listening to DraftKings Network.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stuttgart podcast.
Stugatz, Paul Pierce is about to join us, and the last time that happened, Brian was boycotting and then yelling at him, and there was a brush off, toothbrush off, not a brush off by Paul Pierce. He has to do the toothbrush off.
Right, it's odd.
What is going to happen here? Are you expecting fireworks again with Louise at? Because I'm surprised Mike is still here. He clearly hates the Celtics. He's boycotted multiple.
That guy restart that one again. That was bad.
I feel like I'm being set up because
that was
I'm
bad.
Home on Wednesday, and I got scheduled on this specifically because Paul Pierce was here. I don't want to be here for it. The only reason I zoomed into the other one was he was talking behind my back, and I got access to a Zoom link. I wasn't going to stand for that. I think Paul Pierce knows where I stand when it comes to Paul Pierce. I don't need to just rehash this. I've had enough cartoony Boston moments for one show, so I will see myself out.
All right. Well, we'll have Paul Pierce here, and hopefully he will ask for you.
You guys just drove me crazy with that Tatum thing. It was just confusing. He disappeared for 15 minutes, and like someone has to be the dissenting voice in a sea of madness. Someone has to be rational.
I'm pretty sure that's Bill Maher's whole thing. Sanity needs a safe space. I believe that's what Bill Maher is
coming around on him.
Stugatz, there are a number of things I want to get to. One of them is people
much better than the last time I hit the damn pole. And I don't like the fact that I did that.
As Bryce Young puts on good muscle weight, and clearly Mahomes has been doing the two-time champion banquet tour.
If this is overweight, I don't know how to live.
That's bad shape.
This is not bad shape, okay? This is a dad bod, and this is a bad shirt. It's a bad shirt.
Terrible choice.
Not only it's a terrible choice, but then he made the mistake. Look, if you got a dad gut the way that we do,
just embrace it, Patrick.
Especially if you're leaning in, if you're about to bank into a turn, casual shirt tuck. It's a little thing.
Tiene una barriguita.
No, shut up.
Una.
I do want to go back to the original shot, though, because I think Mike Ryan has swung and missed here, blaming I think it's the shorts. Obviously, his lower body
is really
strong and muscular.
Well, it's the stomach.
Damn, everybody else at the water.
The shorts, look at the shorts when I show you how tight they are and snug around the thighs and how they are squeezing.
But those sides are good. Again, as somebody that wears this outfit often, even though I size up, I gotta size up. Your legs are good.
His belly's fine.
He looks great.
The way he's showing off his
legs. Look at this side shot. When he makes
the shirt's a little tight.
He looks great from the side.
That guy looks great.
Gotta warm up on size, get a longer shirt.
They're just not making the shirts the same way. He's perfect in every way.
Show that side shot. His ass is not going to quit.
Let me see this. And freeze. I think Danny.
His ass is not going to
wait to see him go, but like to watch him leave.
What? Look at this side shot. This is bad.
Take a step. One more step.
That's bad.
That guy looks great.
I hate everyone.
That guy looks great. He looks fantastic.
We could do some calf work if we're going to be honest.
It's harder to get rid of that. I love beer. It's harder to get rid of that. Like he
loves beer.
He loves beer. There's a bunch of dads that have kids that, try our best.
He's 28.
Do I have better calves?
It's wild. Let me see your calves. Boog Shambi has better calves than him. I'm still waiting for him to get back to my voice.
He has the second best calves in the history of calves, Boog Shambi. He does.
Who's first?
Me.
You do have good calves.
Thank you.
You don't have boob calves.
You don't have to cut that meat.
No, his are bigger. Mine are
Pablo Torre claims that we can have a calf off if you want to.
Ooh.
It's just concrete. Do you build up your calves by just wearing flip-flops at dead shows?
Yes.
That's how you condition them?
Yep.
That's how you do it. Because it's not calf raises or anything like that. It's that you wear the worst possible footwear to these jam shows.
Correct. You nailed it. If Mahomes gained 30 pounds, would he still be the best quarterback in the NFL? How about 40 pounds, 50 pounds?
What are you doing?
Well, I'm thinking if he gains more weight,
making him Jared Lorenzen.
It would give other teams a chance. Just say it.
Well, Stugotz is mentioning this, and I saw that DJ Burns Chams reported that he lost 45 pounds in 6.5 weeks, which doesn't seem
no Ozempic. He was out Ozempic.
That doesn't seem possible.
It's called hard work, Dano. You get in the gym, you get on the Stairmaster, you bust your ass, you make it happen, you eat right, you drop 45 pounds in 6 weeks, bam!
And you get the generic form of Ozempic, so you can actually give that quote.
Let's get some Zins instead.
I like Lamar Jackson dropping so much weight. 10 pounds. I don't know.
Too much.
You want to bulk up.
Yeah.
His style of play, he might get tossed around.
I'm right there with this dude. I didn't think that Lamar would have this long a career because he's turned his body into someone that you don't want to tackle. Like, he delivers this immense match.
Like, so 10 pounds just from the neck.
Yeah, so him losing weight, like, it's not like he's not out running guys. He doesn't need to be quicker. I don't think this is a good thing. I don't like it.
Stay just the way you are. You're perfect, Lamar. I don't know who's telling you otherwise.
People that watch sports.
There's a lot of guessing when it comes to what weight these guys should be, because I felt like Tua gained weight strictly and exclusively because we were talking so much about his brain and being ragdolled that he's like, I'm not going to get ragdolled anymore.
And that quack was talking about it, no one else.
He gained the weight for that reason. Right. They made him gain weight. He didn't want to gain weight. He said he didn't like it.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
But he needed more cushioning on the falls because he was getting thrown around like someone who was much smaller than the people throwing him, and now they're like, never mind. We got one good season, not any brain stuff. Go ahead and lose the weight again. You don't need it anymore. I wanted to ask you guys, though, something based on what it is that Xander Schauffele was telling us, where initially he didn't believe the Scheffler report. And I struggled with something that happened over last night where I couldn't tell whether something was real or not because 50 Cent spends so much time trolling everybody. The fact that it was trending, that 50 Cent has a documentary that is a bidding war over did he do it? Did he do it? Is a documentary by 50 Cent. I didn't think that was real. I thought that 50 Cent was actually just trying to bring attention to himself, to getting in the middle of things the way that he does. But if there was going to be a Netflix documentary that 50 Cent is producing.
It's crazy how these documentaries just kind of sprout up. It's almost as if these places are always like working on these things, ready to hit the ground in case someone hits the news cycle.
Shut up. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Jamel, in her appearance, said what a lot of people were saying is like, who are you apologizing to? The apology needs to be to Cassie. And there are some people out there reporting that, and there might be something to this because Cassie hasn't specifically said Sean Combs' name either. Part of the terms of their settlement is that neither of them can mention the other name.
That's what I assumed when everyone leapt on that was cautious for legal reasons.
I did myself exposure.
That's still pinned to his social profile. This repeated denial. And everyone's out to get him. And don't think that we've forgotten that video of you dancing after the settlement got announced. Everyone knows that you're sorry because you got caught.
Very few rap beefs, though, end the way this 50 Cent mogul beef can end, where you're like, gotcha, I'm going to make money off of I'm going to make money off of uncovering the garbage. Very few. I know we're spending a lot of time talking about, too much time talking about Kendrick and Drake, but for 50-year-old rap beefs like this, where you get to expose all of the awful that people want to see about, like, wait a minute, this is just the tip of the iceberg. If this is what you were doing in front of hotel cameras, how much is there that we don't know?
Right. Well, Perez Hilton reported that the video actually didn't come from the hotel itself. People were wondering aloud, did this come from the raid? And then CNN got their hands on it. I mean, you ask yourself all sorts of questions. What kind of person would keep this video? What else do they find in this person's phone? Then he's got none. Got none.
50's always been playing the long game with everybody, too, right? Like before Mayweather, like all the beats and all the things that he's done, he's always been saying, like, you know what, I'm good now. It's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, let's see where we're going to be. And now all of a sudden he's selling a massive Diddy Do It documentary that could maybe change the way, we've already changed the way we've seen Diddy, but even more so now.
Paul Pierce next.
Since the dawn of mankind, we've cooked our food over an open flame and debated the best way to grill. One thing not up for debate, grilling and beer always go together. And not just any beer will do. Whether you barbecue Texas style, simple, on debatable time. To get Miller Lite delivered right at your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan. Or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces.
John Livacard, you're a big disappointment, Paul Pierce. My
How disappointed is it to be a Miami fan right now?
Congrats, brother. Actually, you make a really great point. This is the
Yeah, because you can't dispute it because it's the motherfucking truth. You can't get mad when the motherfucker throws out the truth.
That's right. It's time for
Against the Spread.
And it is sponsored by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear all about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Tony, kick us off.
We've got a massive Western Conference Finals matchup tonight. Dallas against Minnesota. The Wolves are -4.5 at home. Taking the Wolves. You guys know I'm a Wolves guy. Got a lot of tickets out there on the Wolves. Love this Wolves team. Love Anthony Edwards and the boys. I'm taking -4.5.
I'm taking the Mavericks +4.5 going head-to-head against Tony because while we have difficulty trying to decide which duo we like more on either team, I think that Kyrie and Luka have a crazy unique set of skills to go up against this type of defense. I actually like the Mavericks in this series and to lift Larry. I think they take one of these 2 games. So I'm betting they take game 1.
Whoa, to lift Larry.
Wow. I'm taking them to lift Larry. Yeah, I'm that big a Luka fan.
But he's been hurt. He's not quite himself.
The great one's
Thank you.
Kevin, you have something for us against the spread?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers -1.5 against the Rangers tonight. I know you guys are thinking 2 goals on the road against the Biden Cup winners. I wasn't thinking that. Don't count out Evan Rodriguez and them boys. The Panthers are bringing it tonight.
This guy knows puck.
Go Ice Caps.
Erod did have his best series. He was great.
While everyone was talking about Sam Bennett punching Marchand in the face, no one seems to talk about in open play Rodriguez getting punched repeatedly in the back of the head during play. That just wasn't
about it.
And wasn't mentioned.
Nick Cousins.
You have the Panthers winning by more than a goal on the road just because
anything can happen, Dan. It's not a ball, it's a puck. Puck can bounce anyway. And I know last time I said I came out here and I told you, watch out for the Hurricanes, -1.5. And you said, how can the Hurricanes win against the Biden Cup, team? And but, that's because they give up 5 goals or something in the third period, something catastrophic. I don't see that happening today. So take the Ice Caps, -1.5.
We are in a contract year.
Against the spread. We haven't been doing that. Yeah. What's happening? Guys, stick to the bit. What are we doing?
Against
the spread. No one's saying it. Where's the music?
The segment's over.
I re-signed if the music stops.
You're not on
I promised people Paul Pierce here, and all I've got is a bald guy staring at the side of his face as he tries to fix all of Paul Pierce's technology.
Not smiling, so I don't think he can hear you.
That's why they made that a personal foul.
Bald. Hey, dude. Bald guy with a beard and a flannel working in podcasting.
John Livacard. Where the motherfucker Ruiz at? Bring his ass on here.
Where's the motherfucker Ruiz is a great question.
Stugats. He running today, huh? I'm ready.
This is the John Levatar show with the Stugats.
Why did they curve left?
All right, he's been called out again. Weird ass Ruiz. We'll see if he returns. What is that breakfast you put together? You got a gnarled, dislocated.
No, I got a sausage McMuffin from McDonald's.
Nice.
Okay, last time you came on, you were brushing your teeth. I feel like you're sort of actively trying to disrespect the television process around here. Oh, look. Okay, you got him.
There he is.
Okay,
mid-bite, Dan.
All right, so
I can't be on TV with the stuff on my feet.
Well, why do you go McMuffin and not McGriddle? The one that's like a pancake with the syrup inside.
That's a good question.
We stumped you, huh?
What happened? You don't. You got to do better here. He's offered you an option you didn't know was available.
I'm a 70s baby. We grew up on this. Those wasn't available.
Okay. So it's a bit of nostalgia from childhood for you.
I'm not going to take the nice score.
Like I hardly eat it, but it's like a quick fix.
All right, we will find. What's up, Gary? All right, we'll find you.
I'm up.
All right, Weird Ass Ruiz is somewhere around here. I think he's boycotting you and everything about the Celtics. You pulled one out of your ass last night. Jaylen Brown. On your got shot before in his life.
Man, we can't play like that if we get to the finals versus these teams in the West. Seriously, I thought the game was over. I was like, pretty much any good team, we lose that game. I mean, not that Indiana's not a good team, but you know what I'm saying. Like Denver or Minnesota or Dallas, one of them teams is not giving that game away. So hopefully that was a wake-up call. You know, we had quite a few wake-up calls in the playoffs, especially at home, but in this case, we had a wake-up call to where we won the game. So hopefully, they'll play better, moving forward.
There's been quite the debate today, Paul, about whether or not Jason Tatum had a good game or a bad game last night. So I will ask you, did he have a good game or a bad game last night?
I mean, I just look at it as defensively, nobody played well. When you look at the numbers, you wake up and you see the 30-plus points.
Nah, shit.
For the most part, he played well. You know, he made some big buckets. You know, obviously that and one down the stretch. What was that in overtime? That kind of sealed it. You know, he did what he had to do to help the team win, but he knows he can play better. And that's the scary part.
And I tied my record.
The numbers that he put up, he said he could play better. You know, that's just the standard that,
What do you make of the fact that for long stretches,
then I tied my record. I would have had a better record if I didn't have what I was doing hard.
You know, Jason, sometimes, you know, they get complacent with the 3-ball and they got to just, you know, sometimes get to the free throw line or attack.
Rock.
Aggression from the post or from the perimeter. But
I
think that has a lot to do with the point guard. That has a lot to do with the guys out there, the coach. Like, at some point, you know, when I played, if I didn't touch the ball for, like, and I go invisible for, I'll be like, hold on, you know, we got to bring it this way in the timeout or rush Rajon. I'll be like, man, come on, you know, I'm our scorer. So, you know, bring it this way. You got to keep me going. So,
listen, I can
a lot of that is a combination of him and the team and who's out on the court with him.
Not sponsored.
Would you trade right now before Game 2 Jason Tatum for Anthony Edwards? Straight up.
No. I think right now that Tatum is the more mature player, but Edwards, he's on his way. You know, this is his first great playoff run. Hey man, who is that?
Who are you looking at?
That's Ruiz.
Who are you looking at? I don't know. Are you looking at Ruiz?
Man, look me in my eyes when you're on TV, dude. Don't be looking away.
Well, wait a minute. He's in another room. Ruiz, now Weird Ass Ruiz,
look me in my face.
All right.
Get in here, Mike.
Come on, Mike. You're
Michael,
being summoned.
You're being summoned. Bring that ass.
You were boycotting
Bring
him.
that ass.
I want you to look him in his face when you talk.
Look me in my face when you come on camera and address me.
Well, he's outside of the room. He wasn't addressing you. I think he was cleaning his ears. But now he's coming in because you requested him. So, he is defiantly and angrily coming in here, and he's got Q-tips in every ear for reasons I don't totally understand.
Show up to work on time. Show up to work on time.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. I've been waiting around for 40 minutes.
Show up, please.
What is the...
Got it. This is for Eagle. Make it count. Goes down.
You can get him.
Rick's right.
You were green, and then you went to wear white. But there's one
I'm a Kendrick Lamar him. I don't like his lineup. I don't like his beard. I don't like his clothes.
This be a birdie?
You remember that ratty ass thing you were playing with? I remember your beard.
Nice, very good.
I'm a Kendrick Lamar. I just don't like.
That beard not like us. Your beard not like us. Oh, real. Speaking of real, those chompers are looking nice. I don't know who you got for that, but hit me on the side, DM me the rec, because that is, I'd be brushing them nonstop too if I got those chompers. Is there a porcelain shortage? What's going on now?
That's it.
I'm back to boycotting. I'm going to disappear like Jason Tatum for 13 minutes.
Nice.
What happened to that Jalen Brunson jersey that you were stopping?
Nice.
with Jalen Brunson or the Knicks?
I don't have no problem with Jalen Brunson. I have to tell people this wasn't about Jalen Brunson. I had to get a New York Knicks jersey because I lost a bet because I didn't think the Knicks would get out the first round. And I said I would wear a Knicks jersey on the podcast if they win versus Philly. So they won, so I got the jersey. I didn't even care whose jersey it was. I mean, who cares? Just for the simple fact I'm wearing a New York Knicks jersey, it's just hurtful anyway. So I wore it, and then when they lost, I'm like, I don't need this no more. So, you know, we jumped them. You know, it didn't matter who it was. You could have sent me a Devin Simpson jersey or whoever. OG, I don't know. This wasn't no. This was just
you had to burn a jersey. That's it.
Yeah, I had to take down a Knicks.
Nice.
Downford, blah, fuck you. Dante DiVincenzo.
Let me play some sound for you here of Kevin Garnett on with Stephen A. Smith. I want to get your thoughts here on whether these mixed allegiances are okay by you if Boston does get to face Minnesota in the finals.
If Boston ends up facing the Timberwolves for the championship, what's that going to be like for you, KJ?
And it's a win-win for me. I win both ways. You understand? I win-win. If Boston and Minnesota makes it to the finals,
he got the jersey.
I know I've won. Period. And I'm the chairman of the board of the 50-50 club. Nobody else can do this. I'm also a client.
Makes it
with ownership now with Minnesota because he was for a while. So that's why he's trying to play both sides. KG think he's slick. You know, he think he's slick. You know, that's all good. But he got alliance with both of them. He spent his whole childhood in Minnesota, and then came to Boston and obviously won a championship. So I'm not even mad at him on that one.
But he is slick because that smile at the end, and his teeth are almost as nice as yours there with that smile. But KG is also
I was not gonna go over there.
You have all the stories of KG is his intensity.
Yeah, that smile look weird, huh?
Well, his intensity is just nuts. It's just I don't know what it's like. Explain to us what it's like to be friends with him. It must be relentless.
Oh, you always got to have he'll come. Hey, look, if he smells.
They just already had that third quarter TV break, so they stand.
It looked like he was getting ready for Game 7 in that interview with Stephen A. He was like, it's like every time he talk, he going to a lather. I'm like, damn, dog, chill out. We just chilling in the backyard watching the game.
Great game.
Hole 6. It's a par 4.
Yeah, he'd be like, Lord, I got both teams.
Excellent.
The Truth Lounge with Paul Pierce is every Friday on the DraftKings Network.
What is this cowboy doing, man? All right. Looking like the character from Toy Story.
He's doing mouthwash, it looks like. You want him again? You want to talk again to Weird-Ass Ruiz? Again?
Yeah, nah, keep weird over there, man. I don't know what he's doing right. He's going through a midlife crisis.
Knew it. Must be a birdie.
I want to ask you about J.J. Redick. He is saying on television last night,
makes it
LeBron was tweeting video of real time saying the same thing, and now Shams is reporting that the Lakers think that J.J. Redick has, quote, Pat Riley-like potential. J.J. Redick is the coach of the Lakers.
Good shot.
I don't know. Be honestly, JJ does have great basketball insight.
On the green. To the birdie now.
I don't know how that translates, but we've seen Steve Kerr do it. We've seen Doc Rivers do it.
Bag the birdie.
But to go to a team with demanding personalities such as
Hole 8. It's a par 4.
In AD, that's a difficult spotlight to be in for your first head coaching job. But maybe he does.
I can watch this all day.
I mean, of course you can.
No.
But you understand, Pat Riley is one of the greatest.
Careful of the line.
So
no shit, Sherlock.
Bring JJ along for the ride, but the window with LeBron is short. So if they don't get it done, he'll be on the hot seat. So that's a hot seat job right there. So I don't know. I don't know how to call that.
But if the window is indeed short,
Paul Pierce and JJ played with each other in Los Angeles with the Clippers.
You mentioned that you were LeBron James still doing this as the oldest player in the league, as the rest of us were.
Yeah, for sure.
To get your son drafted higher than he would otherwise be drafted. What do you make of the value and
It's a par three.
Well, I mean, you got to understand what LeBron has brought to the game, man. He's one of the most influential players of this generation. He's not the most influential when it comes to, like, on court, off the court.
It's like you made it.
On free agency, on contracts, on how you move to different teams, and you know his friends
Makes it
and just you know it's just what it is. And he shows you know how to manipulate the system, as we should say it.
It's a par five.
He's one of the greatest to ever do it. So he should have some input when big decisions are being made for franchise that he's won a championship for, and you know possibly don't get his number retired at.
Paul, would you draft Bronny #1 overall to get 2 years of LeBron James if you felt like you were LeBron James away from winning a title?
And it's a bad draft.
Like a team like the Knicks, okay?
Nah, I'll be realistic about it. I wouldn't draft him #1 overall.
Good shot.
Because, you know, there's probably some guys in the draft that probably have a better upside. You know, I mean, we talking about a 6'1" guard. You know, athleticism. That #1 pick like that since Allen Iverson. But we all know who Allen Iverson was. I think you could get him in late first round, second round, or even in free agency. I don't think it has to be that dramatic to where you pick him up as the first pick, just to try to see if you can get. What happened to your finger? I dropped a plate on it, man. I was doing
It's a par
straight on plane with the 45-pound plate on my back, and I was walking, you know, on my hands.
Nice shot.
Circle sliders. And then as you step this way, my back turned and the plate slid off.
Don't ignore the gate.
My finger. Yeah, it came completely off.
Hate when that happens.
That's a fired trainer.
You hate when that happens.
Yeah, you got to fire trainer. What is that? Your trainer can't let that happen.
Pissed at,
Yeah.
I was pissed at the trainer because he was standing right there.
Be a birdie.
And then I felt it sliding, and he's just standing there. Oh yeah. Man, I'm changing.
Makes it
He fainted and you just fired him, but he actually fainted.
It's a
because
par
his job was over.
No, he fainted because the weight came down the finger. The finger looked like it came off, and blood went everywhere, and he just fainted.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
And I just looked at it, got up.
Okay.
Just
Be a birdie.
and drove myself to the hospital and got surgery.
Paul, that's a disaster. Like that,
He should be fired.
What you did is a real disaster.
He's got a pin in it. Keep
Hole
it
13.
How long have you had this trainer?
Just since last summer, man. He's done. He's done.
That seems like a soft core issue more for you. Truth that you were going through. You were a little weak on one side and it slid down.
No, it wasn't weak. I was, sometimes it's hard to like keep the balance on the back.
Okay. For the birdie now.
Over here. Man, this dude got some issues over here.
Weird ass Ruiz, get in here again.
Ruiz, is it Ruiz or Ruiz?
Hole 14. It's a par 4.
Whatever you want it to be.
Ruiz. It is Hispanic. Get in here, Ruiz. He wants to know what you're doing. You seem to be handling disrespectful hygiene stuff while we're interviewing.
Get in the room while I'm talking, Ruiz.
Okay, he wants to talk to your face again because you've been grooming yourself the entirety of this interview.
This is not time off when I come on the show. Get your ass in the room. Just sit down. I'm talking.
Okay.
Who are you talking to like that? Not Rasho Nasaravic.
Damn, I ain't your bitch.
It's like get that birdie.
He has demanded. Yeah, you got to be careful with that alpha shit, Paul. You're not his boss. I am, and he's only coming in here because.
Back to birdie.
Does he or does he not have to be at work today?
You want me to
Hole
continue
15.
just 5
It's a
minutes?
par 3.
I see those shiny. beautiful pearly whites.
You can't get them, bro. You can't get them.
Good shot.
I'm not telling you my doctor.
I'm sorry about your finger, by the way. I heard you kind of dance around the Jason Tatum stuff.
Nice. Come on, get that birdie.
See,
They won, dog. Listen, why? You know what's so crazy? Why we don't get the same criticism to these other
Nice.
stars? And they do the same exact thing. Like when Luka didn't play well one game, nobody
Hole 16. It's a par 4.
I appreciate that, and that is actually at the heart of like all of my Jason Tatum criticisms, because I actually think.
On your way.
But I actually think that Jason Tatum's been handled with kid gloves. I actually think that
nobody talked about he led the team in points, rebound, assists, and steals in the first half.
He's a great player, and I think, look, I'm not saying
they've only lost 2, and their record is 9-2 in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, they have teams, dude. They've been playing on a flat track.
All right.
This, but it's okay. Like, minute stretch in which he was totally invisible.
You know what? He didn't go for 50, guys. He didn't go
Hole
for
17.
Jesus, what does the guy have to do?
He just wasn't the guy during crunch time, and you guys almost lost that game if it were not for Rick Carlisle for getting hot. I understand that he ate from the line with 90 seconds left in the game.
Did they win?
Well, if that's what we're doing, yeah, they won against a 6-seed Indiana Pacers. All I want is for Jason Tatum to be treated like the other stars. I mean, you know how the immense pressure that you guys had to deal with when you made all those moves. You know the pressure that the Miami Heat had to deal with that came with building a roster that goes this far deep. And it's quantifiable. Tom Haberstroh has done great pieces on that. This player. You can say that for a lot of players. The game gets tighter. Defense shooting splits go down. But his go way down in bizarre ways. And there was a 13-minute stretch there last night when the game was on the line where he was other guys on the team. So I'm not saying he's incapable of doing this, and I know he's got like a 50-point Game 7.
And somehow the Saints missed the fucking playoffs in 2015.
Not too long ago. I want to see it. I want to see the game's greats ascend to greatness when big-time moments present themselves. He's done it a couple of times. I want to see him do it in this round, and then I'm going to do this for 3 years, you know what I'm saying? I want to see him in the final.
You did it, Paul. You did it.
25, 33,
That's
33,
enough.
25, 36.
Has there ever been a stretch?
Got it. Can you make the eagle?
Has there ever been a stretch in your career, because you're a guy that's reputed to be a bucket getter, a dog, a guy that thrives for those moments. I didn't call bank, I called game.
For the record.
So, has there ever been a moment with a game on the line in a playoff game where you go scoreless for 13 and a half minutes? Moreover, you barely touch the ball. As soon as you get the ball, you hand it off to Derek White.
Makes the birdie.
But all that shit is annoying.
You gonna be there? You gonna talk some shit about Jason.
We can see you didn't answer. The phone was
That's it. So maybe there has been, but I don't know. Maybe there has been in your career, but I just find it very bizarre.
Yours.
Missing for 13 and a half minutes straight, but as you were, I'm just grooming myself. I don't find that at all weird when people do hits.
All right, see you later. He's an NBA champion. There's the evidence right there, Paul Pierce, that you're a terrible actor. Your phone.
See the answer to the phone thing.
He's an NBA champion. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been stirring up shit for years. Check out new episodes of the Truth Lounge with Paul Pierce every Friday on the DraftKings Network and all the Smoke Productions on YouTube. There it is. We have exposed it with our investigative team. That is not a phone call.
Bonier than those teeth.
That he... See you later, Paul. Good.
All right, John. Good talking to y'all always.
See you, Paul.
See you later.
They got me.
Yeah, gotcha journalism. We got him with the journalism.
Let's do it.
Excellent work. They got
I'm with you. Okay.
Mike,
It's time.
I don't think I
Do
have ever
one
seen
more.
disrespect administered in the way that is just Q-tips and cleaning your elbows and doing what lotion.
Moisturizing.
Like, what the hell
Paul seems to like it.
Yeah, he seems to like
I
in the
take
back
my
and
hints
forth.
from others. Apparently, he's normalized grooming yourself during interviews, so I just took it to the next level. Got one up on.
Oh, it's possible.
Y'all funny as hell.
I'll never speak to you again.
Okay.
Shot. Look at it fly.
Since the dawn of mankind, we've cooked our food over an open flame and debated the best way to grill. One thing not up for debate, grilling and beer.
Amazing.
Got it.
Score that eagle.
You're listening to DraftKings
Looks down
Network.
I butchered that one badly.
Go for the birdie.
I did my taxes recently.
God, I hate doing that.
I hope you ask for an extension.
You make that.
Yeah, business taxes, personal taxes, all that. I always file an extension.
Oh,
It's
two.
always a good time to make
Half,
sure
half, just in
that
case.
your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted and whatnots. But I had this happen.
Sweet
where
shot.
I feel the need to dress up for my accountant in a way that I don't dress up at work.
Oh, you show up in person?
I show up in person, yeah. Because we got a lot of things to discuss.
Mine's all over email.
Yeah,
Really? No,
I do it all over email.
I'm an in-person guy. Me and my boy Tony.
Whoa.
We talk. I'm usually there probably about an
Whoa.
hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's eagle.
Like that. And you have that appointment after, you'll go home and get changed.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I'll put pants on. Like, not pants like slacks, but like I'll put jeans or pants because I'm usually wearing shorts.
Go. I realize that I've done that before for picking up my daughter from school.
So you'll dress up for picking
Not
up your daughter?
dress up, but just, I don't like basketball shorts.
Yeah, I can't
and,
have
like,
these
sandals.
slides.
Right.
I did that for the first time because my wife asked me in a pinch, can you pick our daughter up from school? And I was not prepared for that.
Impressive.
I just went 40 minutes of German adrenaline.
Attaboy.
Because I just like the way
Perfect. Eagle chance.
What are we fearful thereove? Do we think that other... do we think other... No, I was more talking to Mike there, like with the...
That's eagle.
Let's keep this up. Even though we know we have a job, like, I don't want
It's a
you to
pot.
think that I'm not doing anything every day.
Apologies for how this sounds. Is Miami vernacular bummy, and a lot of people show up to school kind of bummy, and like that's a Miami aesthetic to itself. But yeah, what I'm doing there is like I've been recognized there a couple of times.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of dads that pick, and like I don't know.
The assistant principal got me at my daughter's school.
Got it. They all find out that anybody has.
Yeah, no wonder it's getting
I tried to not go there and look at my worst 40 minutes mismatched clothing, wearing slides because I just finished a 40-minute podcast in German.
You're gonna see where Eagles got Finance got rid of his ass.
He knows what I make. He knows what I do.
Financially new.
Yeah, so it's not like I can say, like, oh wow, this guy's in a suit and tie or he's dressed nice. Like, I know what you make, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
Well, it's a little different when they know you. My dad was get nice clothes. Is like, show up in nice clothes because they treat you a different way.
Treat you better, right?
Yeah, you're not some rook. Right. And also, like, if you're trying to on a suit, it's better if you have the understood already ready to go. But he's like, you dress to Nordstrom for the look that you're aspiring to, and they take you more seriously.
Exactly right.
So is it the same?
Amazing.
At least for me, just because I want to make sure that I'm looking not.
You make that.
It's like the generation of I do his dad's taxes. He shows up in like business.
Oh, six.
Sending a message like, you're not going to get one over on me, pal. I wore slacks.
Not slacks.
But you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, like
he's gonna take care of me. I know that because there's you got a couple things in the mix.
Well, you're
I gotta make sure that all my things
Keep an eye on that game.
The times that I've
ducks in a row.
The times that I've felt financially nude, I've never used that phrase before. Like anytime you're
Sweet.
at the bank,
All right.
you're making a deposit. Like you ever like
Good. Land this bird.
the checking account fluctuates. Like I have some stuff in savings, but the checking account, if bills came out, it can look a little low.
Let's keep this up.
Do you see my savings? It's right next to it.
Seven. It's a par three.
Just introduce a new feature on a website which says your net worth, and it goes up there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm letting the government in on.
Stop
Yeah,
that.
no, if you think
Good
that's
shot.
Okay.
Land this bird.
You think that?
Yeah.
Because I know I got a couple.
your boy can liquidate like this.
I stumbled into a find out your net worth like website before where it's like just
Nice bird.
and I found out I was like, oh, that's my net worth.
Hold it. It's par four.
My house is kind of expensive, so
Yeah,
it was actually a little better. I own my house.
Yeah, but I'm looking at that number.
You
I'm like,
serious?
considering the amount that this piece of real estate is increasing in the market.
That's true.
You have no idea what's on my wrist right now, guys.
That's right, attaboy. So yeah, I go and make sure that that's the one appointment in my life. The doctor I can go and show the t-shirt. I can go and show to the t-shirt. But when I show up at my account and I'm like, look, I'm here to do business. Me and you are gonna make things happen. I know you're gonna make sure that my taxes are.
Good for the buddy. You're wearing a collared shirt, so you're good.
Yeah. I should wear.
2015 was the first year at McDonald's.
You're not in charge of that.
Oh no. High five. Great shot.
Okay.
Sweet shot. All right. Perfect. Leveled up. Eagle chance. Easy sweet.
Like that.
Got it all right.
Steady as she goes. Hole 10. It's par 4. Impressive. Nice. Amazing.
Nailed.
Sink the birdie. You made birdie.
Got it.
Hole 11. It's par 4. Okay. Nice. Amazing. Score that eagle. That's eagle.
How's that?
40 to 35 to 30 to 25 to 20. 15, 10. Bricks inside of it, in the end zone for the touchdown.
All 12. It's a par 3. Okay.
Bryce Petty and them boys.
Nice.
Oh, Jared Stidham. Wait, he went to Baylor? Oh, I actually didn't know that. He originally went to Baylor, then he went to Auburn. Interesting.
Let's keep this up. Hole 13. Par 5. Okay.
You're 3? Hold on. for honey. Wow.
Okay.
Pretty much. Wow.
All right. Impressive.
Never really got a chance to fan out like that because he had to retire so young.
Eagle, sweet. Hole 14. It's par 4.
Go, go,
Great
go.
shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. Go for the birdie. That's the birdie. Hole 15. It's par 4. Huh?
No Polynesian one.
Impressed? You're out. Getting close. Go for the birdie. You made birdie.
All right.
Steady as she goes. Hole 16. It's a par 3. Impressive. Stop there. No way.
Got it.
No way. Got it. No way. Hole 17. It's par 4. Impressive.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Land this birdie. You made
Wow,
birdie.
31 for 36. You're dealing it.
This is it. Hole 18. Pop. Nice shot. Okay. Great.
Got it.
Get that eagle. Incredible. Incredible.
That's the way.
Great result. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching my video. This has been Sports Guru's channel. I'm your host, Sports Guru, and then I will see y'all next time.